Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So in this video we will discuss about magnitude. Okay, in the previous video we had already discussed about geometrical representation of a vector quantity and algebraic representation of a vector quantity. Okay, so today we discuss about magnitude. Okay. Magnitude, or you can also say value, okay, or modulus of a vector. You can also say modulus of a vector. Okay. Today we discuss about magnitude, or you can also say value, or you can say modulus of a vector. Okay. So let's see what is magnitude. Firstly, I would like to introduce that what is magnitude. Okay. The geometrical length of a vector quantity is called magnitude. What is magnitude? The geometrical length of a vector quantity is called magnitude. Okay. The geometrical length of a vector quantity is called magnitude, or you can also say value or modulus of a vector. Okay, for example, line of force is equal to 5 Newton. Okay, so you can write that magnitude of a vector is equal to 5 Newton, or you can also write like this: F is equal to 5 Newton, or you can also write like this: F is equal to F is equal to 5 Newton. Okay, you know that this one is, this one is what? Modulus. Okay. Modulus. Okay, this one is modulus. This one is modulus. Okay. So the arrow is removed by putting modulus. Okay, if we put modulus, if we put modulus, if we put the modulus, then the arrow will be removed. Okay. So F is equal to 5 Newton. This one is also true. Okay. So I hope you understand that what is magnitude. The geometrical length of a vector quantity is called magnitude. Okay. So now move further. Okay. So here is a point that the arrow is removed by putting modulus. First point is the arrow is removed by putting modulus. Okay. For example, a vector. Okay, this one is a vector, and when we put modulus, then the arrow is removed. Okay, B vector, put modulus, then the arrow is removed. Okay, there are many examples like C vector, put modulus, then the arrow is removed. Okay, so this one is our first point, that the arrow is removed by putting modulus. Okay, like here you can see that a vector, if then we put the modulus, then the arrow is removed. Okay, B vector, put modulus, this two line is known as modulus. Okay, this two line is known as modulus. Okay, so by putting modulus, the arrow is removed. Okay, so I hope you understand this point. Now move to our next point. The next point is the magnitude of a vector. The magnitude of a vector quantity is always scalar quantity. The magnitude of a vector quantity is always scalar quantity. Okay. This one is also an important point, that the magnitude of a vector quantity is always scalar quantity. Okay. Why? Because if we put this one is vector. Okay, this one is vector. Okay, and when we put modulus, then the arrow is removed. So this one is scalar quantity. Okay, because arrow shows that this one is a vector quantity. Okay, when we put modulus, then the arrow is removed. So that's why it is written that the magnitude of a vector quantity is always scalar quantity. Okay, So I hope you understand this point. Now move to our next point. The magnitude of a vector quantity can never be negative. We point that the magnitude of a vector quantity can never be negative. Why? Let's see here. This one is -2, okay, and we put modulus, then the minus is removed, it is written as 2, okay. So one more example, -7, okay. This one is -7, but when we put modulus, then the minus is removed, okay. So the magnitude of a vector quantity can never be negative, it always be positive, okay. There are many examples, like if there is positive 3 and when we put modulus, then equal to 3 minus 18, if we put modulus, then the minus okay 18, okay. So modulus means always positive, okay. When we put mod, then the minus is removed, okay. So that's why the magnitude of a vector quantity can never be negative, it always be positive, okay. So modulus means always positive. Now move to our write one more thing, that modulus means always positive, always positive, okay. So I hope you understand that about magnitude, that what is magnitude, or you can also say value or modulus of a vector. Magnitude, the geometrical length of a vector quantity is called magnitude, okay. And the arrow is removed by putting modulus, okay. When we put modulus any vector, then the arrow is removed, okay. Like here you can see that this one is a vector, and when we put the mod, then the arrow is removed, okay. Next point is the magnitude of a vector quantity is always scalar quantity, okay. Why? Because when we put mod, then the arrow is removed, and this one is the arrow shows that this one is what? Vector, okay. But now you cannot say that this one is vector, because in previous video we see that vector quantity is represent by arrow, by boldface letter, by bar over a letter, okay. So the magnitude of a vector quantity is always scalar quantity. Okay. And our next point is that the magnitude of a vector quantity can never be negative. It always be positive. Okay. For example, here you can see that -2. Here is -2, and if we put mod, then the minus will convert in -2 is equal to 2. Okay, and here is -7. If we put mod, then is equal to 7. Okay, so modulus means always positive. Okay, so let's see one question related this. Let's see few questions related this. Which of the following is correct? Which of the following is correct? A. Magnitude of a vector less than 0. B. Magnitude of a vector C. D. Next option is D. Magnitude of a vector is always scalar. So is our question that which of the following is correct? Okay. So our first option is magnitude of a vector is less than 0. Okay. Is less than 0. Less than 0 means -1, -2, -3 and so on. Okay, but here we can see that the magnitude of a vector quantity can never be negative. Okay, so that's why this option is not true. Okay, because when we put modulus, suppose that -2 is here, then if we put mod, then the become okay. So this one is wrong. This one is not true option. Okay, magnitude of a vector quantity less than 0. No, this one is not true. Now move to our next option, that magnitude of a vector greater than or equal to 0. Yes, this one is true. that magnitude of a vector quantity is greater than 0, or you can also say equal to 0, greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Magnitude of a vector quantity, magnitude of a vector may be vector? No. At this point, the magnitude of a vector quantity is always a scalar quantity. So this one is also our wrong, not correct option. That magnitude of a vector quantity may vector. Magnitude of a vector may vector. No. Why? Because a vector, and when you put modulus, then the arrow is removed. Okay. So this one is not true. Magnitude of a vector quantity is always a scalar quantity. Yes. It is true that magnitude of a vector is always a scalar quantity. So B and D are our correct option. That magnitude of a vector is greater than or equal to the 0. Okay. And last one is magnitude of a vector is always a scalar quantity. Okay. So I hope you understand this question very well. So today we discussed about magnitude. Okay, magnitude, or you can also say value or modulus of a vector. Okay. The geometrical length of a vector quantity is called modulus, or the arrow is removed by putting modulus. Okay, when we put modulus, then the arrow is removed. Okay. Next point is that the magnitude of a vector quantity is always a scalar quantity. And last point is that the magnitude of a vector quantity can never be negative. It always be positive. Okay. And modulus means always positive. And we also discussed question that which of the following is are correct. First option is that magnitude of a vector quantity is less than 0. It is not true. Okay, it is false. And magnitude of a vector is greater than or equal to the 0. Yes, this one is true. And C, magnitude of a vector may be vector. No, magnitude of a vector is always a scalar quantity, not a vector quantity. Okay. So B and D are our correct options. So I hope you understand all this thing. Okay, that what is modulus and some points that we discussed today. Okay, so I hope you understand all the video. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.